Um, hey Mike, remember Tone Loc? Funky Comadina. Remember him? Remember him? Well, he was in Texas. He was at an airport, and the backstory is, from what I've read, the video starts abruptly, but the backstory is they were in Texas. There was a woman on getting off his flight at the airport, the same flight they're getting off the flight. Her kid, who's I think 15 or 16, was wearing a Confederate hat that said "Rebel" on it.
Clearly an attack on everyone.
That's
right?
all he did. He didn't talk to him or anything. And then Tone Loc started making fun of the guy's hat, the kid's hat. The mom got mad because it's her kid. And here's what happened.
You're stupid shit. Fuck you, bitch. I can't think you are.
Fuck you, bitch.
You ain't nobody.
Fuck a Confederate.
You ain't nobody. Nobody standing around.
Now, again,
God, are those doors not the worst fucking things?
Again, this is Texas. This isn't like in New York where people are going to scream at you for wearing like you came to Texas, Tone. So it gets.
That motherfucker is calling me nothing but a fucking bitch.
So he's calling her a bitch and make us,
You need to tell.
Let me go outside.
Call him.
I really want to emphasize again how terrible those doors are.
Okay, so here they are. They're outside. I hate those doors too. They're outside. That's the dad. That's the dad saying he can wear whatever the fuck he wants.
Where he want to wear what the fuck he want to wear. He did. I hope you feel taller, man.
You know why?
You better
You
get
know
up
why
on-
he can
Walk,
wear
walk,
it?
get in that car.
Because it's fucking America. It's freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of whatever the fuck.
Fuck you. He better wear that shit in Midland, Texas. He better wear that motherfucker out here.
He better. Remember, he goes to Texas. He better wear that shit in Texas. He better not wear it from wherever the fuck he's from. I think he's from L.A. I think he's one of them. He was to be a gangbanger or whatever.
No.
Yeah, he was.
I'm kidding.
Oh yeah.
I'm just letting you know. Check all of that Confederate flag shit. That's enough.
Check all that Confederate flag shit.
All that Confederate shit.
Police. And there they are.
Sir, could you come step over here, please?
All right. Fuck all that Confederate shit. No,
These cops aren't going to be on your side, bud. You're in Texas.
You gotta touch me.
So they handcuff him. They don't arrest him.
To
They
be
do
fair,
handcuff
it's
him.
not even a Texas rebel flag thing. You're making a scene at an airport.
Over a hat.
But they put up with, even if you're outside of security, if you're just in the drive-up lane, it's still like being in a police state. If you even pull in up to the airport, like I've had drugs on me before, where I won't even pull up to where you can get in, like the arrivals and departures. I don't even drive into the entrance of an airport because you are now in a police state. If you even get a little salty with somebody,
Yep.
they will cuff you quickly.
Yeah, the only place you can't open carry in Texas is at federal buildings. Like,
Yeah.
that's the only place or airports. You're not allowed to open carry in airport.
Oh, but you don't let him go.
Yeah, he didn't do anything. He's a kid in a hat.
Go ahead.
So they handcuffed him.
Go ahead. Go right ahead. Film it, please, Paul. Please film that.
So then they left. Of course, Tone Loc, since he hasn't been relevant in 500 years, went to TMZ and made a video about this incident.
I just saw somebody and just went.
That's him. Yes, that's what he looks like now. He was in Ace Ventura.
I mean, I know he always had that kind of raspy voice,
No, it's
but my
worse.
God, he sounds really bad.
It's worse.
Quote unquote, I said, your hat is whack. He had a Confederate flag on it, said rebel. Now, to me, I mean, and I just said your hat is whack. Then I went to get my luggage off the luggage rack. Then I walked out. Then as I was leaving, I said, your hat is whack again.
Yeah, that's all he did. That's all he did. That's all he said.
But I don't even. I don't
he
believe
just
it.
was like, "Hey, your hat's whack." We saw it on the tape. He was being very reasonable about it. He was literally in the face of the parents,
dad.
screaming at them.
Yeah. So he said the hat is whack once. And then they left it alone. But then he went and did it again. He did it again. Okay?
And then that lady was like, this is my son. He's a minor. And you can get your fucking ass out of here. You don't have a right to talk to him and whatever.
She's right. Everything the mom said is correct.
And also, I like that he can do his little redneck accent.
It's really good.
But if I, let's say, got into a disagreement, if she told her story
And she said the way he
And
talked.
she was like, and then I was like, he can wear whatever hat he wants. And then he was all like, ooga booger, booga booga booga. Like, you'd be like, whoa,
hey,
lady,
come
what
on,
the
man.
fuck is wrong with you? But he can do the, in Texas, we're inbred hicks.
You ever notice white people, they be talking like this, and black people, they be talking like this?
If this was somewhere else, I would have knocked this block off, but I took it easy.
Because you were in Texas, and there was a good chance you would have got murdered.
You were on tape.
It's Texas is another one of those stand your ground laws, you motherfucker. And you weren't going to do shit, you old man.
I don't care if people want to wear a Confederate flag or do whatever.
You clearly do. You clearly care.
Apparently, bothers only you.
You
You're the
care
only
way
one
too much.
You're the only one in the airport that was cuffed.
But I must say this, please. If I wear a blue rag or a red rag where I'm from, then I got to suffer the consequences because somebody I might run into
but
might not be in.
Here's the thing, Tone.
You shouldn't.
Here's the thing, Tone. We live in civilized society. See, I
I get it.
don't live in the kind of
Gangbangers.
neighborhoods where people are there who shoot you over the color of a rag. See, we live in a civilized world.
Into that. You know what I'm saying? So that child's mother or father should have checked him. You know what I'm saying? Because he may run into somebody who may not
Like
be
you?
into that.
Like you?
You're the guy.
You're the guy, though.
You're the
You are
bad
the
guy
guy.
in this. Nobody else. And they were wearing it in one of the safest states to wear it in Texas.
At an airport.
At an airport in Texas.
And he couldn't have been the only one wearing a hat like that. I'm pretty sure if I went
course
to the
not.
fucking airport in Texas, there'd be
No.
a bunch of fucking shirts.
That stuff, you know, and then he has to suffer the consequence, or his parents have to suffer those
No,
consequences.
no. Hey, faggot. No one should have to suffer any consequences for wearing a fucking hat at an airport. The only consequence you should suffer for wearing a hat at the airport, the only inconvenience you should be suffered through is maybe the TSA going, hey, can you pop that off real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. You can put it back on. That's the only thing a hat. The only time you should be asked to take a hat off is for 2 seconds. Yeah, there's no bombs or drugs.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Somebody may not be around next time to wipe his butt or to clean his nose for him.
Are you making a threat? Are you threatening him?
threatening.
You're the problem in this situation.
Nah, he's woke, bro. That kid.
You're tone woke.
That
There it
kid is clearly a menace to society, a danger to the community. And
Again,
he needs
if
to be
you're
taken
the
off the
one
streets.
that ends up handcuffed, you were probably wrong in the situation.
Yes, or black and in Texas. I mean, it could be
Either
one.
one or the other.
One of the two. Which, in essence, is
Same thing.
what are you doing there?
So he better be careful with
or what?
Or
Or
exactly.
Tone Loke is going to kick his ass.
Were you there to meet your old friend Scarface?
Oh my God, where's Tariq Nasheed when you need him? I would love to see him threaten Tariq Nasheed.
Be hilarious.
Oh shit! A past his prom coon is gonna whoop my fucking ass. He just start going off on. I love Tariq.
wearing that flag upon his head and that rebel thing. Now, I'm not saying you can't wear it or do whatever.
No, you are saying that. You were saying that.
You are, though. That's
You're saying
exactly
that.
what you're saying.
You're saying that the kid could wear it at the consequence of being beaten up by a feral black at an airport, right? Like that's
what he's saying.
What you're saying, that's what you're implying, is that we can't pick our clothing now at the risk of being accosted by black people. That's what you're implying.
That is what he's saying.
Unbelievable.
Do it, but just be careful on the things that you do.
Could you imagine if this was some white boy sitting on the bed of a pickup truck in Texas going, and let me tell you something, you start blasting that goddamn jiggerboo music around here, I'm just saying, maybe some people ain't gonna be around to protect your ass. Like, we would be going, who the fuck is this guy? What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You don't play that goddamn jungle music around my kids, I'll fuck you up. Then you're wrong. You're wrong
the
as
one
well.
That's wrong. Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit. What is wrong with everybody?
I have seen several thousand Confederate flags, and that's okay. But to me, when you have a youngster like this, and I had no idea how old the kid was, but all it did, to me, it's just adding to the prejudice of this country, and it's not going to get it away because his generation is going to grow up like that, and then they're going to pass it on to the next generation, and so be it.
You mean like the same Bloods and Crips you talk about in your neighborhood? That cycle that hasn't ended and it's gotten worse and worse and worse? You mean if I were to make that statement but switch the race in it, I would immediately be called a bigot and a racist and how dare you and how you say these things? But think about that.
That black boy comes around my hood wearing that hat. We're gonna crack his N-word head.
Exactly.
Hang on, and OBS is disconnected. Hang on, we're having OBS issues. I'm sure it's just a technical glitch.
Can you imagine?
And we're gone.
Can
and
you
we're
imagine
off YouTube.
if we said that? Like the disconnect. And he gets away with it, but you're right. There'll be no outrage over who gives a shit. But again, you're right. If it was the other way around, if it was a fucking Garth Brooks saying that to a black kid wearing a FUBU hat, he would not be. Garth Brooks would be all over the news right now.
It would be national news all week.
All week. Trump's racism in the country community?
And a vicious alt-right attack at an airport today. Meanwhile, nobody actually attacked. They were just yelling. Viciously beat Grammy award-winning artist Tone Loc. Has become another casualty in the race war. Can you imagine the death of Tone Loc is what sparks the race war? Of all people, you're like, that was the guy. I mean, remember,
was that just Archduke Ferdinand?
Yeah, I was going to say Archduke Ferdinand. Nobody really saw him being that important, but man, as soon as they popped him, shit just popped off all over Europe.
And that was the last time they ever joked about Tone Loc again.
No, there would be they would joke about him for generations. Still, every time. We'll never forget Ace Ventura.